Why is... Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to see why is my screen coming up sideways. Hold on. Let me see something. All right, come on, Mercury retrograde. What is this? I don't even feel like changing it. So I don't know why it's like this. I hit all the buttons to make sure it was in landscape um, position. So let me see something. This is weird. I've never had to do this before. All right, everybody. Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for March the 27th, 2025. I hope everybody is well. This is beyond strange. Um, I'm trying to make it where it can appear um, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this. All right. Hey, how everybody doing? I am not going to do your eclipse reading tonight. I just don't really have the energy. I meant to get up and do it, but I took a nap, so I'm missing some cards. Am I? Seems like it. All right, that doesn't go in here. Um, that goes over there. All right, let's just see what comes up. Have anybody been paying attention to what has been going on? Let me make sure I got audio since this is going crazy. Let me sure. Oh my gosh. Just checking the audio. Hold on. Just checking the audio. Hold on. Okay. Well, at least that's doing correct. All right. Well, we're gonna take it however we get it. Okay. All right. So what that's hey Miss Linda. Oh, this is great. No, really, no big deal, huh? So what does that mean to me? Is somebody will or have been coming sideways to you? You know, we've been talking about a lot of that lately because of Mercury. First of all, being retrograde, also because it's in a 12th house of Pisces. Um, have things been kind of sideways, or I know y'all have been seeing on different things or different platforms that you listen to or watch. Their conversations has been just crazy. Their rhetoric, their dialogue, their speech, their conversation, it has been arguments and lies and fights and manipulation. Cause I went back yesterday and I changed the title. I don't know if anybody paid attention to it. Sometimes I will do that after I get off a live. If something is coming through the reading very prevalent, something that's standing out very much, I would go back and change the title. So I did change the last title to lies, manipulation, arguments, fights, and something else. But all of it is really literally the same. In the past couple of readings, we also have been seeing the Justice card to come out a lot. So, like I said, just pay attention to a lot of contracts. Contracts are everything. Okay. Um, People who you sign up for as an employee, that's a contract. Your your insurance, your car tag, your driver's license, your rental agreement, even if it's a rental car, that's a contract. Okay. The lawyers that you're dealing with, for whatever reason, um, legal issues for some of you that may have them. Everything is a contract. Anything that you have to sign as a two party or also involve a third party as a binary, that is a contract. Okay. So make sure you're going over that. I even had to call my bank today to make sure what's going on with my account. Making sure it don't hurt to call your bank and make sure and let them also tell you some charges or things that you're not quite sure about. Keep in contact with stuff like that. Okay. Just because they're a bank don't mean all the time that they're legit and they can't make mistakes. So it's up to you in all type of scenarios to keep due diligence. Hey, Miss LJ, how are you? Okay, it's up to you to keep due diligence about your own life, your own inner world, your outer world or exterior. Okay, you cannot, I'm not saying that you are or that you would, but if you don't stay on top of your stuff and check it, then who fault is that? Right? So, let's stay on top of these things, especially like we know while Mercury is retrograde. And also, with all these different things that's happening in the 12th house, which are closings, which is endings. Okay. Uh, a lot of your contracts also can be expiring. So if you know you need to renew your license, your car registration, tag, insurance, car note, your lease, you may think, okay, well, I moved in then, but you don't know. You go back, find your lease, go to the office, you know, ask them to give you a printout of your lease or to email your lease to you. Read through it, especially if you plan on moving. Um, and how many days ahead of time do you need to write them a letter or notify them that you're moving out? Sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 60 or 90 days ahead of time. Then you need to be counting 90 days before, okay, of when your when you need to notify them when your move eight. What the world? When your move out date is near, okay? I practice this a lot in my everyday life because uh I grew up with Saturn, literally. Okay, with Aquarius and Capricorn, first and second house, and things like that. Everything that I do since I was a child involves Saturn, literally. So I do things ahead of time. I don't wait to the last minute. I research, I check things out because I know how hard the consequences of Saturn can be and is, and having to redo it, to go back through it, to fix it, to learn the consequences of my actions that I failed to do. Um, this is why I'm a type of person that I move accordingly. I move ahead of time. I do things ahead of time. Okay. And it seems to always keep working. It always to keep saving my butt. Okay. When things go down, um, doing pre-calculations, doing calculations during and calculations after, paying attention to what people think that I'm not paying attention to, um, looking at the fine print before, during, and after. hmm And I'm saying a lot of this because of the way that I'm having to, my setup is. So something may come across or happen, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. For some, it may not even be that deep, okay? I'm just asking you to pay attention to what's really going on. Something may be out of sorts or become out of sorts, out of alignment here. Something may come across or be sideways, when usually things are straight and narrow. Um, so just pay attention, okay? Just pay attention. I didn't awareness. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't even hold a card like that. What is going on? Oh, whatever. Okay, we got awareness in reverse. Alrighty. Now, like I said, it could be something that you missed, or something that you may miss by moving too fast, not paying attention, um, overlooking something, or allowing something, or something did just slide through, bypass you. Or somebody could be thinking that something is going to bypass you, that you're not going to catch it, right? That you're not going to pay attention to it. Okay. Now, besides everything far as paperwork, because Venus retrograde, also Venus is about contracts, not just about love, but all type of business contract, personal, right? So while she's retrograde, it needs to be, it needs to be in your foresight, okay? It needs to be in your immediate awareness of what's going on. Some of us, we don't feel like it all the time. But if it comes to your material world, such as your surroundings, your foundation, where you stay, your bank, your money, your checking, your savings, for some of you, your taxes and things like that, applications that you have applied for, business contracts, make sure that you're paying attention, okay? Because she's not very favorable right now. She's being kind of like belittled because the sun is there in Pisces. Sun is always going and want to be the brightest and the one that wants to be seen. So Venus don't really have a way to shine her brightest, even though she would be right up there with the sun. But it's hard for her to get her, for her to be seen and noticed. Okay. Not that she's trying to have a problem or issue with any of the other planets or energy, but the sun is always going to outbeat everything that's in the same house. Remember that, okay? So the sun is going to outbeat the Mercury that's there. Is going to be outbeat the Venus that is there. We got the total eclipse that is happening also in Pisces in the next 2 days. So that's gonna be, the sun covering up the moon, right? Or vice versa, if that's what you believe. Um, or the moon covering up the sun, vice versa. Um, we got Rahu there, okay? So Rahu wants or needs its space, especially with the brightness of the sun there. So it's a lot there that's going on, all right? Passion ignited, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, pay attention to these circles. Okay, pay attention to these circles that you see here. If you was aware of something, of course you will have that passion ignited to start it, to do it, to recognize it, to be involved, okay? And like I said, a lot of people, A lot of people right now may be more in their ego, in their mind, and in their face, more about their success. It may come across as, oh, they're very passionate. No, they're very much in their ego. There's very much what that is. Okay. um or wanting to be seen and noticed. um they want or need some type of awareness. Deception and envy. Y'all know I do the cards like this. So deception and envy, like the Seven of Swords. So like I just got through telling you, okay, before the card even came out, you know, do not, or try not to get deceived, um or something that you're very passionate about or need to be passionate about again, or something that you may be looking forward to but you just haven't gotten to it yet, or you can't take care of it yet. Something here is about deception and envy. Okay. Now, hopefully, this is not anything that you're going through or feeling actually, but it can be some things that you're involved in that needs a second look. Okay. So let's get moving on. Eight. That would be like the six, and then we have material harvest, which will be like the Nine of Cups in reverse. So something still needs to be closed or moved or closed out. The crown chakra is up under there in reverse. Okay. So after you find out whatever this deception and envy is, it can be a friend, a lover, a business situation, a job. It could be some type of contract. It can be an actual conversation. It can be a meeting, a face to face meeting. Um, whatever this is. Okay. Once you do or get aware of this, you will be closing it out and moving on. Okay. And once you do that, then your harvest from the time, money, and energy and feelings and emotions that you did have or did apply to this situation, um, as a sense of understanding, or whatever it is. Okay, you will have to be like, you know what, I gotta leave this alone. I gotta leave them alone. um I can't allow this to happen anymore. I don't trust this company anymore. um I've been noticing or have had some type of awareness to deception. you know um and you're gonna get some type of what you call it, you're gonna get some type of epiphany. Now, for some of you, I feel that you have already seen and noticed what this is, but maybe you didn't do anything about it. Maybe you tried to write it off. You know, but remember that Saturn is the energy that brings things back to the surface, and by it going retrograde, it is going to do that. It's going to bring issues and excuse me, problems back up to the surface for you to fix, so that things can be that sense of material harvest for you, a Nine of Cups energy, after the next 2.5 years. So whatever this is now, the rest of this year will be a time to get it straight, for you to acknowledge it, for you to regain your passion about getting into something again, liking new people again, wanting to date, ending a relationship, a friendship. This also can be some people leaving one church and decide to find another. Okay, this can be a whole bunch of different things. You will know what it is for you. Because one thing about the deception and envy, it has to be noticed, it has to be seen, because it's part of the ego, right? And a point of being of having deception, if nobody can gloat from it. Okay? Right? So people who deceive other people, they want to know or feel that they got away with it, but if don't nobody actually know about it, then they're not going to feel the most in their ego. So either they're going to end up telling on themselves, they're going to end up messing up, okay? Running their mouth, posting it on a social media or something like that, telling somebody as a third party over the phone or in person. Um, if somebody is doing some type of scamming, then they don't know when to stop, right? They're just gonna keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it till they end up getting caught. That's how people or scammers or thieves actually end up getting caught. It's because they keep doing it because they think that people are not aware, or they're so much more smarter than everybody else. They may be in that particular predicament because everybody is not a scammer, so everybody's not going to think like a thief and a scammer, right? But somebody here, or eventually something is going to be caught on to a situation. And or like I said, most people end up telling on their self because they want to feel the energy of the sun. They want to boast, they want to be seen and acknowledged and to gloat in their ego. Hey, look what I did, look what I got, look at the money, you know. Oh, I ordered this, okay? We got a lot of rappers right now slash celebrities that are being arrested and locked up due to their ego, deception, and envy. Because they turn around and they put it in a rap song, or they let somebody else know, or some case because they want the neighborhood, the community, the world, they want allegedly other gangs to know that they were the one that did this and did that. So hey, the sun energy, you need to be scared of me because I'm in my ego, right? I want to shine and be the best. So I need you to know that I did this. Ego is always going to be people's downfall. Okay? So whatever this is, just pay attention to it. I feel that you will get some type of awareness can come through as an aha moment, an epiphany. It can be straight math or calculations like, hey, this don't add up. Ninth house. It also may be some laws or some type of philosophies that is um, intertwined into this situation. We know that it's a lot of laws and things that are changing right now. Philosophies are people's thoughts. Philosophies are sometimes can be seen as ideas. Philosophies may not necessarily be considered a fact, okay, or a specific law, but it can be like, I guess, ideology. Okay, so maybe that can be a starting point. Maybe some of you, it can be just your ideology of something, and you need to, or I suggest that you look more into it, okay, to see if it's factual, to see if it's a actual, especially if it's coming from like a company that they say, hey, we're doing this promotion, but it's really an ideology. It's not really a law. And maybe they tried to get you to sign up or to do it, or they signed you up for it anyway, even though you told them, I don't want to participate in it. And now it took some of your money or something like that. But, you know, you're going to become aware to it, whatever this is. Doing something in a big way, spiritual values, long range thinking, and travel. Some of you also may be thinking about or have to travel at a long distance. Ninth house of Sagittarius is long distance. And we got sixth house of Virgo. Some of you may have to travel or thinking about getting or taking a job that may be farther away. Don't have to be to the other side of the world or out the country. It can be that maybe something you're doing right now is a 15-minute commute where you're working, and something that has better better values, a more better peace of mind. Um, you will be able to be served better as an employee, or it is some type of service position. Um, it may also be, full time or part time, or vice versa. If you're part time now, and this job will be more full time. Um, this also could be a position where you're a service to the world or to the people, okay, in some type of aspects. But this is something bigger and larger that you have dreamed or really wanted to be a part of or to do. So it may be some type of traveling involved. It could be like you have to go an extra 15, 20 minutes away. Okay, it don't have to be to the other side of the world. For some of you, it can be maybe an hour drive versus the 15, 30 minutes that it takes you to get to your current one. This also could be out of the home, that maybe you will have to work now. If you were working from home, now you may have to travel into the office here with ninth house of Sagittarius coming up. Okay. And this also, like I said, may actually now be a full time position where that you will have to fully go in and to be there. Okay. Just handle it a little bit at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself until you get to know everything, the new philosophies, the new laws, the new directions, or handbook, or whatever this is. Okay. Um, and you may have to go or start out a little bit at a time. For some people that may be working from home right now, you may have to go in once a week, and then it may go into two times a week. But I do see that it's going to be happening a little bit at a time, okay? But you will have to change and will have to put the work in, okay? So some of you may have some deception questions, like, is this deceiving me? Is this right? Are they lying to me? You're not very passionate about this switch, but I do see it will actually help you to move on to bigger and larger things, though. Like I said this in previous videos. Let me get your other cards. Like I said this in previous videos, we don't all know all the time on why things are why. And to pitch a fit and to have a fit, because this, and this, different philosophies and laws that may be involved or have to be, have a sense of awareness to, is for a reason. Okay, you may not feel great about it, you may not understand why at the moment, but you never know actually on why something is happening to move you on from lies, cheating, stealing, deception, and envy. Okay? Especially if you are ready for sometimes stop feeling passionate about it as you used to be. That's your first clue right there. You know? And you may not have a sense of awareness of why you're not as passionate about it as you once were. That's because you probably may know that you're really not supposed to be there or be involved with this person or keep trying to love or partner this person with you. Okay? Hold off on this. I want to get a couple of these. Like I told you, I had an epiphany one day last month when I realized and I looked back on my relationships. I don't even think that it was probably out of my relationships, and I'm talking about from middle school, which is ain't really nothing, right? But high school, or even coming right out after high school. I say I have loved those people, we're talking about from 18 to 50. Okay, I'm not we're talking about a long trail, a long time ago. When I had that sense of epiphany, and I thought about things. I thought about how people responded to me, what they did, what they didn't do, how much they were willing to be interactive into my life, how much that they wanted to input themselves into my life, how much conversation or willingness that they did want to have conversation, to talk on the phone, to pull up on me, to really want to see and be around me. I realized that I probably only actually loved one person. And all of that heartbreak and stuff that I was trying to go, going through and understanding, you know the drill, right? But when you get older and you get wiser, then you look back at things that, was I really passionate about that or that person? Or was I was just more in the moment? Was it more of my ego that didn't want to be censored or denounced or denied? Or was it really my true feelings and emotions that I was fighting for? So some of you, have that sense of talk with yourself on people that you have around you and in your life, and really ask yourself, is it time to move on? You know, because we get less passionate about a lot of things every day, every month, every year. One time we're passionate about working out and changing our diet, then the next thing you know, we're not passionate about it anymore. We're back to eating what we're eating and not exercising or not continuing that walk that we would do early in the morning or when the sun go down. Well, at least I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna keep that up, and then you like, oh no, my favorite show is on, or somebody distracts you, and you be on the telephone with them. Okay, when you know that's during your time of jogging or running or fast walking or just pace walking, you let that person distract you from your agenda, right? So then you start getting less passionate about succeeding to your goal. And again, that's we're talking about, that's how it coincides with Saturn energy. Okay, because Saturn will make you keep that schedule. So this is also coming back across to me as a reevaluation of your life, of your time, because Saturn is time management. Okay, you know how you be like, well, I don't got the time. You know how most people, especially a lot of business people, they look down at their watch and say, well, I got a meeting to go to. I don't have a lot of time to talk to you right now. Can you email me? Can you call the office? Can you make an appointment? That's Saturn. Like I say, we all live with Saturn energy every day, but you don't pay attention to it. You don't really call it for what it is, kala, which is time. hmm So Kala is retrograde to give you time now as a sense of reflection to see and understand the things that you need to reevaluate, reassess, and to complete the year of 2025. Completion. Okay. Now, the full moon, like we're already talking about, right, is going to be the eclipse, the 29th of March, and it is in a completion house, Pisces. Right now, the moon is in Aquarius. Uh, Look at the sun. Right now, is this the gift card? Ooh, yes. Great, great, great. Good, good, good. It's a gift coming. It can be monetary. It can be something that you wished for. It can be an acknowledgement. It can be a secret or something like that revealed, especially with the moon in reverse and deception and envy here already. Some type of deception, manipulation, lie, something that was stolen from you. Something is going to come to the surface Don't think that things, just because a lot of time go by, that it is forgotten, because it's not. Hmm. It's not. I don't know why I used to do this a lot, but I stopped because of my feelings and my emotion and my how compassionate I am as an empathy as an empath. I don't started watching cold cases again. And I also tell my daughter not to ingest that. Um, but I used to look at it all the time when I was little. Uh, it affected me, but it didn't really affect me emotionally. Where that it put me in anxiety and worryation, and it made me scared or anything like that. It was more of the Saturn in me that wanted to help to solve the cases. So I guess that's why I do what I do now. But I'm talking about as 10, 11, 12, and 13 years old. I'm watching cold cases, okay, on cable, on Lifetime, and all different type of stuff. Um, was it good for my psyche? I don't know. But getting to the answers, wanting to help to solve the problem, is a lot of Saturn energy also, right? So this is probably why I do this right here as part of my calling. Maybe I was meant to be a detective or something like that. But I'd rather be a detective for the spiritual value, okay, than for the material world. I'd rather be a detective for the spiritual value of side of things for people as a service than for this deception and envy type of people in this world. Okay. My work was good for us in serving to others. I'd rather be um, the investigator as a reader. Okay, so you do have a gift. This could be something that is about to come aligned for you to help you out, to be this material harvest, spiritual harvest, to help you move on emotionally, mentally, materially, physically, financially, or employment wise, whatever it is for you. Grace is a gift from God. Or from source. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel it. I'm sorry. We don't need to work hard to earn it. You don't, or to feel worthy enough to deserve it. Remember, Venus is retrograde. So some of you may not feel worthy enough to receive it. Whatever this gift is, you may feel like, you know, you're not in a great position, or you didn't have or wasn't aware enough of your feelings and emotions. Um, but you always are worthy enough to deserve to receive anything. Okay? And don't let anybody's deception and envy in their communication or their ways or actions change that for you, or especially in your mindset, because that is deception. People will talk you out of your own grace, of your gifts, if you're not aware. If you don't keep your own passion ignited enough for yourself, and it could be especially family. Family will talk you out of things that's meant for you and talk you down and out of it because they're envy of you. Hmm. Well, I don't understand how, this person is always spiritual successful or spiritually connected, or they always seem to get their grace. They always seems to come out on top. But I keep going through it and going through it and going through it, waiting on my gift from God or from source to come through, but it take longer than them, you know? That's somebody deceiving and having envy over your grace. And some of you may not be aware of it because of the feelings and emotions that you have tied in or for this person, a full moon. Don't let nobody talk you out of knowing that you deserve to have a great friendship with somebody else. You know, liars and cheaters and people that are jealous and envy, they always gonna tell you, oh, ain't nobody good gonna come into your life. You don't deserve nothing better than me. I'm the only thing that you gonna get and deserve in your life. You ain't gonna find nobody. Oh, really? Hmm. And then you sit there and let that soak into your feelings and your emotions. And then you start repetitively thinking about it over and over and over again. So it becomes a part of you. It becomes blowing out the flame of your Ace of Wands, of your passion for life, passion for yourself. Okay. Or surrender your needs to receive it. The gift of grace is your birthright. For some of you, this also may be pregnancy. I know everybody can't have a child or want children. For the people who it is there, okay? What did I talk about just the other day? I talked about choice. What did I say? I said be careful of everything that you do has a reaction for it. So choose wisely. For every action, there's a reaction, so choose wisely. By keeping this going, keeping allowing this person in your life, if you're going to keep talking to them and answering the phone, then you'll keep allowing the deception and envy to keep taking place. Just as simple as that. We have to remember that these people that we're interacting with are grown. They are grown. Let these grown people go on about their business. Okay? Yes. Other adults got to keep trying to make up excuses for other adults that don't want to be accountable for their own actions and the reactions from the choices that they have made in their life. You can't continue to be a saver hoe. Okay? Now if you old school, you know what that means. You can't be a saver hoe. It used to be a 90s song. And I'm being literal. You cannot be a saver hoe, whether they're a male or a female. Okay? Family member, a friend, you got to let adults be adults. It's their life, it's their path, it's their spiritual value. They have their own soul to be accountable for. You can't you look. Some of y'all, these choices that you have made, you're receiving the reaction from them now. Okay? Good and bad, unfortunately, because of the balance and of karma. And we are talking about Dharma, which is Rahu. Okay? So your gift is, yeah, keep ebbing going with the flow. So your gift of your birthright is coming around the corner. And for some of you, it will be May when Rahu and Ketu shift into Aquarius and to Leo. Okay? For the choices that you did make right, you're about to receive the gift from them. Especially the people who have been single for a very long time, getting more into your religion and spiritual values, and you like, man, am I ever going to thank you, LJ. Am I ever going to get on top? Am I ever going to find at least a decent friend? Just somebody I can talk to and hang out with, and there's no judgment. It don't have to be no titles. I can just be at peace or have a peaceful conversation instead of talking to somebody that's speaking to me with deception and envy. That's the worst conversation to have, you know? Or you wake up every day and that's the only thing you have to look forward to is to talk to somebody who don't know how to talk to you? Oh no. No, no. We got to change that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Remember that being alone and lonely is two different things. Okay? Mindfulness, y'all know that this is my Mercury retrograde card. my Gemini card. What's in Gemini? Mars. Soon we'll be moving to Cancer. So uh, it will or may be some changes in your transportation when Mars move into Cancer. Okay, so that can be buying a car. Unfortunately, a choice. Some of you may have to give a car back. It may get repoed. Keeping up your registration, your tag, and things like that. Anytime the sun is in the fourth house of Cancer, it illuminates that house. Okay, so fourth house of Cancer is a foundation, your home, uh, whether it's an apartment or a mortgage, it doesn't matter. Okay, your land, your lot, your area, your community. It is also vehicles. So when Mars does go to Cancer, be very aware. We have to go back through this again of travel issues. Okay, we're not gonna claim it, but it's gonna be highlighted. We're gonna be back to a lot of accidents. Okay, so manage your mind. When you direct your thoughts and words toward the outcome you most desire, you will ignite grace. So again, moving on is also managing your mind, because the more energy or whatever you keep directing your energy toward with words is going to keep building on that. Okay, and whatever this is taking away your grace and your passion, not necessarily for the person, but for things in life itself. That's why I say it's very important to watch what you attach yourself to. We all learn our lessons, but once you learn it quicker and learn to finally detach yourself from it, you'll keep saving some of your grace. Because deception and envy also can be a person or people, situations, a job that continue to take your grace from you. Your grace is ignited or paired with your soul. So you're going to keep allowing a person to keep eating away at your soul. Your soul is your essence. Your essence is your passion. Your essence and your passion is what keep you ignited to fight, to love life, to be life, okay? To enjoy life, to be the truth, to speak the truth, and also live peacefully in your truth. Now, we can put your tarot down. I've already shuffled and cut, I believe. If not, we'll be all right. Ebb and flow. With this moon, we may also hear some things going on with the ocean here. Okay? I'm so tired of seeing this goddamn emperor. He getting on my nerves. Because he ain't doing nothing. He is not doing nothing. What he supposed to be doing. But irritating people. He or she is trying to make the best choice. Figuring out ideas and patterns right now to be able to receive this gift. Because I say that because the moon is in reverse. The moon is the mind. Yes? Now, Miss Linda, you're right. Because I keep talking about the King of Pentacles needing to step into the Emperor role. But this Emperor has now been showing itself more than the King of Pentacles. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I've been waiting on one of y'all to point it out. So we've been seeing the Emperor come out more than we have for the past couple of months since last year. October, November, December. List up all the way back to June, July, August, September. We kept seeing the King of Darn Pentacles. Okay? He's showing his face now because he's getting this enlightenment that deception and envy is not the way to go. Okay? Not being a ruler of the best things in life. Um, just like you associate your source, the one consciousness, right? You see that as a king, as an emperor. Same thing. So this emperor is needing some awareness. So I'm not surprised if I start to see the what's his name, the hermit, to start coming out. We do have Virgo right here, actually, the sixth house. So this emperor is wanting or needing to decide on how to be a better service to other people, or this is you needing to step into the role of an emperor and to take charge of your mind, your choices, eliminate deception and envy, knowing that it's time to move on, can just be mentally and emotionally, and also can be to detach yourself physically, okay, from people, places, and things, as a next step or something that you're in the middle of right now, because it is affecting your harvest. It is affecting your harvest. And I'm already giving you the timing of when Dharma, your karma, which is Rahu, that will be shifting. That will be May 29th. Okay? So I'm already giving you a time period. Something will come into awareness based on this total eclipse in Pisces. Now, the only thing that this Mars energy is in third house of Gemini right now. What is third house of Gemini? Y'all should know. I teach y'all every day. Third house of Gemini is your courage and your willpower. So this emperor is trying to get the most courage and willpower. Okay, this also can be you to complete something, whatever that is. It can be a goal, especially with transportation and traveling coming up. So it can be a goal for vacation or money for a vacation. It can be to buy a car. It could be to give back a car to save money. That also can be a good choice for this emperor, because you may want to save that money actually for a larger thing that you are wanting to achieve something in a big way. Okay? So why keep paying a $700 car note when you could just buy a car for $3,000 or $5,000 and be through with it? But you know the sun, right? So you want to look your best. You want to, drive the best and be seen with the others. You got to impress family and friends. You got to impress the IG. Yeah. Hmm. Well, okay. Choose wisely. Okay. Look at that. Five of Pentacles. I just called out about the emperor needing to make better choices. Now, this can be, it may not be something about the past. It could be something that is about to happen for you that you receive as a gift. You need to manage it very carefully. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. The tower. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Mm. This is somebody who is going into bankrupt, or somebody who may have to file bankruptcy. Wow. That's the first thing that I'm getting off of these three cards. Um, yeah, practical is way better. I think in my lifetime I only had two or three car notes, but ever since high school I always had me a car. I bought me a car cuz I'm just the type of person where I just don't want to pay no car note. I don't have to have the latest car to have transportation, cuz I always want to, if I want to pay a car note, then I have a car note for a luxury car that is kind of like my retirement car, you know, something that's like a AMG, or um, the biggest Cadillac, or something like big Cadillac truck or something like that, right? Not sponsored. But I would rather have a car note for something like that, um, than just to have some type of sports car to run around, put a whole bunch of miles on it every day just to show off. If I'm going to go big, it's going to be the biggest, the best, and I would rather have and be financially stable to have a car note for something like that, not just to continue to have for no Rudipoot car, you know? So this is also another look into your savings, how you're about to spend money and or need to save money. Now let's go over the tower real quick. The tower is something that happens quickly. It could be some of you may receive a gift very quickly to take you out of financial um, issues, okay, or a sense of dependency or codependency. Um, because this gift for some of you also could be a settlement. It may not be you necessarily, but it is somebody, okay? This also could be like a divorce settlement. This could be a settlement from a company that has to pay. I think I just read also that Google just had to pay a settlement out. That is not allegedly. You can Google that. uh, and I'm pretty sure it may be some other settlements that may be coming around the corner. You know, we have had a lot of lives that has been lost over the past several weeks. So this also can be a father, a brother, a husband, a son that is now the emperor or over the estate of somebody or a family member and is financially struggling here to make arrangements and or to fix financial issues that is left to them. Okay? And they could be or is about to learn of a lot of deception and envy that has been stealing lies, okay, that has been done to that person. Because this also can be allegedly about a famous singer, okay, that not too long ago has passed away. Um, I see all type of stuff, but you know, I be trying to watch what I say here. Y'all should know that by now. This is the first time I'm really looking at the tower that is something that is becoming diffused. And is going to become diffused because you are willing to or will be aware of the jealousness, the envy, the lies, the cheating and the stealing. Okay? And this person is not going to have a choice but to receive the reaction, okay, of your choice, which can be you're moving away, you're stopping, not talking to them anymore, you're filing suit against them. Um, Success, Leo. Somebody here is going to get some great karma back. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody's going to get some great karma back here. Because you've been doing the right thing. You've been moving the right way. Yes, you have some mind struggle and some choices, but I didn't really see whoever this is to really stray too far away from it. And because of your dharma here, you will receive a great gift once this shift happened in May. Watch what I tell you. Mm-hmm. Watch what I tell you. Yes, you are. Yeah, you too, Miss Linda. Because the tower is something that quickly happens. Okay. But if you're staying on top of things, if you're thinking about things, things that maybe you need to refer yourself back to, that maybe you were working on it once before and then you stopped. Okay. Whatever that is, go back to it. Okay. Go back to it. Because it needs some more awareness here. So get reunited, get back passionate about it again, because the tower is here to give and also at the same time for somebody to receive their karma. Okay. The tower is It's a lot of things. It's something that happens very quickly. Um, Sudden, not well, bankruptcy is not sudden. Somebody already know, according to the choices that they made, that they were financially putting themselves in a worse situation, buying things, gifts that they could not afford, or this, or a spouse was, or something like that. Okay. But a tower is something that happens quickly, a sudden change, something that happens out of nowhere, with no type of awareness. Also can be, I'm hearing, accountability. It can be a intimate act for some of you. Um, for some of you, it also could be you stopped or will stop being intimate with somebody here. It could be somebody moving in because of their financial struggles. It could be somebody that you're evicting or all of a sudden getting evicted because of financial issues. And I'm only saying that because it's next to the Five of Pentacles, which is hardship. Okay? So, the Emperor needs to make very good choices right now based on your money so that you will have to go through this tower, or you can avoid going through this tower moment because of this eclipse. So pay very close attention. Yeah, to avoid this Four of Cups. All right. I pretty much think that we see mindfulness and then the Seven of Cups here in reverse. I just feel, well, even though Mercury retrograde, that a lot of you are still a lot being aware of things that's going on. Um, I'm just picking up anything. Okay, this is also some of y'all could meet a new person all of a sudden. hmm They're not going to be argumentative. They also could be or see themselves very successful with you, or you put them in this type of mindset. Um, they also could be very popular. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay. Hmm. And that could be anything. Okay. Some of you could all of a sudden meet somebody, or somebody has an interest into you all of a sudden. I don't think it's all of a sudden. I think they may say something finally. Okay. But it's saying also don't stress it. Allow the seeds to be planted, ebb and go with the flow. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That definitely is a tower moment. Okay, it gave me two. No, it gave me more than two. So I'm going to put these back. I only want one more because before I let y'all go, I'm going to pull another deck. Well, thank you. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So that's definitely is when Venus goes back direct, and that will, I think, be April the 2nd. I think April the 2nd. Let me check. Uh, uh-uh. April the 12th. So that's a little bit more longer. Okay. So I already told you when Venus is going direct. Somebody remind me to do a reading. April the 12th. Venus goes direct. This can start this tower moment that somebody could be coming out of a dire situation. Um, they could be getting rewarded with something, a settlement, a status, a retirement, um, a new lease on life. That also could be you. Somebody becoming more open to love, relationship, or dating after a period of time of, oh, okay, of maybe going through grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Mm. Now, that grief can be losing a job, retirement. A lot of people have grief after having or being forced to retire because now they have to find something that they actually are passionate about to do, that now they can actually enjoy and live their life, and they need to find their life purpose now. You understand? Some people make their job their life purpose and they stay passionate about that, but we're spiritual beings. Employment is only one thing that's part of our spiritual journey as a human. It's not the total. And society wants to make sure they drill that in your head that keeping up a house, staying employed, that's your only life. That's what you only supposed to be consistent of. Anything else, spiritual value, love, relationship, enjoying life, taking vacations. No, no, no. That's not for you. You're only supposed to keep working. We need you to work till you're 80, and then you can retire and then figure out what life is after that. No. A lot of people are waking up from that, spiritual values, and transforming from that. But we do have somebody that is awakening out and from grief. Look at there. Coming into happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Like I said, for a lot of you, I'm going to stop right there. A lot of you, this could have been a 10-year type of thing, a 8-year, 7-year, 5-year, 20 years for some of you, you know, where it's just issue after issue after issue, bad relationship after bad relationship, uh, issues with family, drama, Five of Swords there, tower moments, and things like that. And you've been, um, doing your best to um, not become codependent or dependency on other people, going through financial changes and challenges like a lot of us have. But that sense of grief and time is about to be over because you do have the Six of Wands and the happiness here, okay, and the material harvest. A lot of things are going to come into focus. The daydreaming is about to stop. If you allow yourself to stop daydreaming and turn it into reality. Seven of Cups in reverse. Mm-hmm. Because you have to allow. You have to allow it to be and become reality. You can daydream all you want, but that's gonna just continue to be what it is, a daydream. It will never be a material harvest, something that comes to fruition, because you keep only daydreaming, keeping a sense of separation, mindfulness away from something that actually can be reality. We got good sex in reverse. Like I said, some of you may finally decide to cut off an intimate relationship. We got healing. Today it came in reverse. The last reading, today it came in the upright. The last reading, it was in reverse. It says healing and releasing. The snake, not what it looks like. Now, I said I was going to start looking at that snake card differently because we are in the year of 2025, which is Chinese astrology, the year of the snake. Rahu is also illusion. So things are not what it looks like, and you have to shed it, release, right? Endings in reverse, breakup. Something and everything is not forever. We already know what's forever is death and taxes and spiritual transformation. We got the mask, not showing your true self. The last card is romance again and feelings. So, if some of you are holding back, you got friends, influences, okay? We already know the case about that. Don't you be careful about friends, family, co-workers influence you. Either they're doing it good or bad choices, right? It's time for you also to let your mask off, because just so we point the finger at the other people and other person, point to self mindfulness about choosing to let your own mask fall. If you want to have romantic feelings or be a part of that to initiate that fire again, let it. You grown. You don't got to ask nobody. Yeah, we all had issues and problems from the past, but don't let that continue to make who you are today. Okay? You can only keep saying that you heal so much. So now you got to show and prove that you healed, which is actually to ignite yourself into something. Okay? All right. I think I should stop there. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you need to bookmark this video, make sure you do it, because this is something that's going to be changing. Can be starting the next 2 days, but we also got until Venus goes direct. That will be April the 12th. So that still won't be too far away. This also can be somebody reveals their mask, which is that they have romantic feelings for you, but you may feel like, oh, that's not what it looks like. Because you may not believe it. You may feel that they only want sex from you. Um, I'm not saying that you're not handsome or beautiful enough for somebody to still desire you like that. I know a lot of my people are celibate. I understand that. Okay? But romance and sex are two different things. So, let the romance begin. Let this Cupid's arrow strike to begin your happiness, to eliminate this grief or grief pattern. Okay? Um, because this grief for a lot of you can go back several years. We're not just talking about months, because this is something that is a full cycle for you. Okay? And it's time for this to be transformative, because the tower is here. So you've been stuck in it too long. So now the tower has to come and shake it up and shake it out and give you a new look, a new way. And these was the pictures that was on top of the cards. Again, with the heart being ignited. Okay. So that's today's reading. Thank you so much. Probably tomorrow I will do the eclipse reading. I should have did it today, but I ain't really too tough feel like it. But long as we got some type of good news to come out, that's good. That's all we need to see. Okay. Thank y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.